Om Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada येनाक्षरसमाम्न्यायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम् वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थः प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ Namaste, welcome. Nice to see shining, smiling faces. We'll get started with our warm-up, which will be there on the screen. There we go. So we see, I just had up Gangā-śabdha. So we want to just, take a nice look, remember Ganga Devi, the beginning of our class. So let's, we were looking at this last time. So we've officially entered Strilinga Shabda, feminine words. The first one being Ganga. And so we're just going to repeat this, and we're going to repeat this many times throughout today as we're doing exercise, just so that we can have this in our memory bank as much as possible. So we'll chant this together. We'll chant slowly. Try to say it before I do. So I'll leave a little bit more pause. Okay. Ganga, Gange, Gangaha, Gangam, Gange, Gangaha, Gangaya, Gangabhyam, Gangabhihi. Fourth case, Gangayai, fourth case, Gangayai, Gangabhyam, Gangabhihi. Then fifth case, Gangayaha, fourth case, let's go back. Gangayai, Gangabhyam, Gangabhyah, Gangayaha, Gangabhyam, Gangabhyah. Sixth case, Gangayaha, Gangayoho, Ganganam. Then seventh case, Gangayam, Gangayoho, Gangasu. He Gange, He Gange, He Gangaha. Okay, great. So we're doing pretty well. Sometimes you get stuck with the memory of old ones, and so you get a little bit stuck. So we're just going to be looking at this and remembering this as we go along today. I also just put up some sandhi just for fun, also just to remember some sandhi. So if we have a plus a in sandhi, no, not this. You can see at the bottom. You can cheat a little bit if you need to, right? A plus a, we know is a. Again, when you have or any avarna on the left side, it's going to be savarna dirgha, it's going to be guna, or it's going to be vriddhi. Right? So is on the left side plus e, you're going to get guna, a. So the answer will be a. Then you have a plus a, that's vriddhi. If you look at the chart on the bottom, a plus a is I.
Yeah.
I. Yeah. So you just add that feather on the top. Exactly. And then now on the left side, we're no longer have a. So we have e, which is a simple vowel. So ik, when that ik is there, it's going to be yan sandhi. E plus a, ya. U plus a is va. Okay, u plus a is va. And then you can see the full chart here. And then a plus a is ayavayava sandhi, right? Because now we're in those diphthongs on the left side. So it's going to be I. No? Yeah, it is. I, of, I, of. Okay, so we did learn this once upon a time. We're gonna just refresh this every once in a while so we don't lose it. All right, I'm gonna switch screens. What I'll ask you to do is open up your book 1, your white book, to the back of the book, there's exercises on Gangā-śabdha. You can also have going between the exercises in the back and between Gangā-śabdha. You can keep your hand in between both or a pencil in between both, so you can be flipping between them. We're going to start doing some exercises. So it's exercise number 27. In the back, a ending feminine. If you want to get a piece of paper on the side to help take notes, you can do that as well, whatever is helpful. So I thought today we'll go through 1, 2, 3, and 4 together. Hopefully we'll have enough time for all 4 of those. And then the homework can be 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right, so let's look at number 1. And now, these exercises there's not going to be only ending feminine words. There's going to be other endings. There's going to be masculine. There's going to be some neuter. So we have to be a little bit alert. Okay. So jnane nishtha bhavati. I'll do this first one kind of on my own, and then I'll ask for your help on the next ones. Okay. So bhavati, I always want to start with the verb. You want to catch the verb. Bhavati, we know is bhu dhatu. It should say 1p, to be. This is lat lakaraha kartari prayoga. Active voice, right? It's present tense, active voice. And it's referring to the third person singular. Okay. Now, usually when we find the verb, we want to find the first case. Now, jnane or nishtha. Now, jnane is jnanam-śabdha. That could be 1, 2. Jnanam, jnane, jnanani, like what we've seen before. It's a neuter word. Or it can be nishtha. Nishtha is a ending feminine. That can be 1, 1. My intuition told me that nishtha, right? It's the only 1, 1. That's the only option is 1, 1 for that word. So I took that word first. Let's get this on the screen. So nishtha, pratipadika. This is going to be the pratipadika of nishtha is nishtha, just like gangavat, just like Gangā-śabdha. So ending feminine. I put ending strilinga. Your suprataya, right? Nishtha, just like Ganga, there's only one option that can really be there is Ganga. So it's 1-1. Prathama vibhaktihi ekavachanam. This is first case singular. Now we're in Kartari Prayoga, we're in active voice. So my first case is going to be in the sense of the doer or the karta. Right? So Kartari Prathama to Bhavati. The only word left here. So far, right, we can see the translation is nishtha. Okay, nishtha means I want you to be able to look back in your book, right, to that Ganga and look at the vocabulary in there. Nishtha means either firmness or abidance, right? There's abidance or firmness. So far we know is nishtha bhavati. Abidance is, or firmness is, or we could say there is firmness, or there is abidance. Okay, there is abidance or firmness in what? Let's see. So we have one word here left. We have jnane. Now, jnane, this is pratipadika, jnanam. No, jnana, sorry, jnana is ending napumsaka linga. Jnanam would be 1-1.
No.
Yeah.
It is 2-2.
So jnane is ending napumsaka. Now this has multiple options, right? Jnane can be 1-2, 2-2, or 7-1. This is napumsaka linga. Yeah, I took it as 7-1, right? There is that abidance in knowledge. Okay, so if we look at this here, I took it as adhikarane saptami. That's seventh case in the sense of like a subject or a locus. So the translation so far, what I would have here is there is abidance in knowledge. Okay, so let's stop there. Is there any questions so far? You can just go ahead and unmute yourself and let me know.
Question, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
How do you determine the pratipadika for jnanam? The pratipadika is jnana, and that is why we say, am I right? Akaranta napumsakalinga Gangā-śabdha.
Yeah, so it's ending napumsaka.
Right.
And we know that because we've seen that word before when we were learning napumsaka linga.
Yeah, but is there any rule which can guide us the pratipadika for napumsakalinga words? We can just remove that. Say, for example, in Nadi or Ganga, Ganga is the pratipadikam, and that becomes the Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachana, it becomes 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
So similarly, Nadi becomes 1-1. Rama becomes Rama 1-1.
Yeah.
in Napumsakalinga, so it becomes jnanam.
Jnanam.
How do I know what is the pratipadika of a Napumsakalinga word?
Yeah. So
Am I conveying my question correctly?
I'm not. Let me try to answer, and you can tell me if I'm hearing you correctly. So what I'm hearing is that, is there any way of knowing that going from jnanam to jnane, or jnanam to jnana?
Correct.
So one way of thinking about that is napumsaka linga 1 will always have that makara at the end.
Okay.
And you can remove that ma,
Okay.
and that will be the pratipadika.
Okay.
That's how, so just like palam. Palam is 1 of pala.
Correct.
So the pratipadika is pala.
Correct. Okay. So removing the makara. All right.
Removing the makara, yeah, correct.
Dhanyawada.
Okay, so now let's go to this next exercise. All right. Let's see if it'll let me. Okay, so we're gonna jump in with mokshe. Uh-oh, it's not letting me keep this a secret. Huh? All right, so let's see. Okay, so we're going to look at this mokshe mumukshonam ichha asti.
Asti, is it 3-1?
Sorry, do you have a question?
Ichha, probably.
Okay. Mumukshe mumukshunam ichha asti. So it's always a good exercise to just go through the words by itself and see kind of what cases are there, right? Or what could be there. Mokshe, right? It could be, right? It could be 7-1. You have to figure out if it's napumsaka or masculine. And we're going to say moksha is masculine, so 7-1 is our option. Mumukshu nam, you see the nam, so that kind of giveaway. You can tell me in your head what. So probably going to be a 6-3. Yep. Ichha is probably going to be a 1-1, and asti is our third one, right? So that's a good way of just making sure you're first just going through the cases, even roughly trying to figure out what the cases are. So you can go with the verb, and then you can find the first case right away. Yeah. So we want to start with the verb, right? We see that verb at the end, asti. Now, asti is a little bit funny. It's not 1P or 1A. It's actually 2P. And so this is just something to memorize, because asti we see so often that just to know it's 2P, and it declines slightly differently than what would bhavati. But we often see asti or asmi, very common. Right? We know this is lat lakara, kartari prayoga, third one. Okay, so now that I picked up my verb, can you tell me in the chat what is the next word I'm going to pick up after my verb? Or you can, yeah. Why don't we do that? Why don't you type it in the chat instead of unmuting yourself? Okay. Yep, so ichha. So ichha, I'm going to pick up. Ichha is our next subantam, our next noun that we're going to pick up. Ichha, right? Pratipadika of ichha is just like ganga. Yeah, so I just put 2 lines, carry it down. So ichha on top, icha there. So this is not correct. I wrote a ending feminine. It should be a ending feminine. So just note that. Let's try to fix that. A ending feminine there. Okay, so this is one, icha. Now we're in Kartari Prayoga, so this is going to be Kartari Prathama, right? It's going to be the first case in the sense of the doer towards asti. So far we know, Icha asti, there is a desire. There is a desire, or a desire is. Okay, there's a desire to learn Sanskrit. The desire to end the Sanskrit class. Depends on, I don't know which student you are, but we are mumukshus, so we want to learn Sanskrit. Okay, so Icha, what does Icha mean? Desire, right? Desire. So we have to remember this vocabulary. Icha means desire. Now, who has this icha? Is it the goat, the ajaha? The goat does not have this icha. The mumukshu nam have the. So you notice how I'm going verb, first case, then right. I'm just going right to left. Yeah? Mumukshu nam. What's my ending of this word? Mumukshu, like guru. All right, let's think of guru shabda. Guruhu, guru, guravaha. Gurum, guru, gurun. Guruna, gurubhyam, gurubihi. What case are we on? The third case? Right. Yeah. Yep, so does someone wanna unmute and tell me? Third case?
Third case, plural.
Yep.
Guru,
What is it?
Third case, plural.
Yeah, what's third case plural? Can you tell me?
Oh,
Guru. No,
Guru bihi.
So second case plural is guru. Now what's 3-1?
3-1 is
Guruna, gurubhyam, gurubihi.
Yeah.
Exactly. So guruna, gurubhyam,
Gurubihi.
gurubihi. Now 4-1, gurave,
Guru.
gurubhyam, gurubhyaha. Fifth case, guroho, then gurubhyam, gurubhyaha. Sixth case, guroho, gurvoho, gurunam. Gurunam. Okay. Seventh case, guro, gurvoho, gurushu. He guro, he guro, he guravaha. No, he guro, he guru, he guro, he guro, he guravaha. Is that it? What's the? Okay, good. I got it right. Yeah. So it's good to just, we can remember this. So mumukshu nam, you said that dirga, unam. Okay, just like guru nam. So mumukshu, this is u ending masculine, just like, so you'll see me writing on the screen again. Fiddle. Yeah, u ending masculine, just like guru, vat. Now Supratyaya, we just saw this, just like Guru Nam. Spent some time to remember this. Pullinga 6-3. Vibhaktyartaha. This is 6 case often connected sambandha. So sambandhe shashti. To which word? Who has the who mukshus have what? Yeah, so icha. Icha. So the word mukshunam is connected to icha. So there is a desire. The desire of the mumukshus is, or there is a desire. Sorry, there is a desire of the mukshus. So you'll see me right up there. The desire of mumukshus is. Okay. Now there's one more word we see here, mokshe. Mokshe. Pratipadika. Moksha. This is a ending masculine. This is just something to know, right? Pratipadika or Supratyaya, can you tell me with your fingers what the case would be if it's masculine? Yeah. 7-1. Yeah, okay. 7-1, like Rame. And now 7th case often connected to Adhikarana. Okay. Adhikarane Saptami. I'll tell you, I wrote something. I wrote Vishaya Saptami. Okay, so, and this is to Asti. Okay, let me pause there for a second. Now, usually we see Adhikarana like in the pot, gate, right? Gate, like in the pot. But this Adhikarana can also be with reference to a subject matter. Okay, so I can have a desire in moksha or with reference to moksha. Now, when it's a subject matter, sometimes we call that Vishaya Saptami. Vishaya means a subject. It's still technically Adhikarana, but you might hear Vishaya Saptami also. So I wrote that in parentheses, Vishaya Saptami to Asti. So the translation, the desire of mumukshus is with reference to moksha. So sometimes that Adhikarana or that Vishaya Saptami is translated as with reference to. If you want to be a little bit simpler, you can say the desire of mumukshus is in moksha. You can say that too, that's fine. Okay, Neelamaji, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
I have a question regarding this word moksha. The root word is muncha, is that correct? Muncha something as?
Yes, munch, yes.
Munch.
And that nakara goes away eventually.
The nakara goes away.
Yeah.
So is pratipadika moksha, because I couldn't find that word anywhere in the book.
Pratipadika is moksha, ending masculine. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go into Rama, it should be there.
No, it's not.
It's not. Is it under then Jnana? Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe it's Nipumsakalinga.
Not under Gangā-śabdha.
Not under Gnana.
Not under Jnana either.
Okay. Yeah. So that's very peculiar that it's not in either. But
Yeah.
It's a masculine word.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so we're doing some practice. Let's jump back to Gangā-śabdha. Let's take this word nidra and let's do the cases, okay? If you can try to stay with me and do the cases. Okay, so nidra. Let's go all through all the cases of nidra. Nidra. Okay, this is page, if you want to look at Ganga, that's 109 of your book. 109 of your book, just like Ganga. So nidra, let's do nidra. Nidra, nidre, nidraha. Nidram, nidre, nidraha. Nidraya. Oh, we found our answer. 3-1. Nidraya. Nidrabhyam. Nidrabihi. Fourth case. Nidrayai. Nidrabhyam. Nidrabhyaha. Fifth case. Nidrayaha. Nidrabhyam. Nidrabhyaha. Sixth case. Nidrayaha. Nidrayoho. Nidranam. Seventh case. Nidrayam. Nidrayoho. Nidrasu. He nidre. He nidre. He nidraha. Okay. All right. Now. For some reason, the rest of this is not disappearing. So we will see it. There will not be any secrets in this last one. That's okay. So my magic only goes so far. All right. So Vishayaha nidraya na anubhuyante. Okay, this is number 3 in the back of the exercise where we were. We want to pick up our verb. We often see the verbs at the end, but it doesn't need to be. But you see some characteristics like that A. So anubhuyante is going to be our tingantam padam. Right? Our dhatu. Now our dhatu is technically what? Bhu. But there's something in front of bhu. Anu. So you want to write both. You really want to know both. That's an upasarga, exactly. So the upasarga anu is added to bhu. Bhu is 1p to b, right? We know that. Now, when 1p is anu plus bhu, that meaning comes out to experience. Okay? So this is something to this is something important to try to lock down as well, that anu bhu comes up often in the meaning of experience. You know, in today's Vedanta class, you may hear me say, you know, when we say this word anubhuyate comes up often, or anubhavati meaning experience. Okay, now, oops, you see, it's anubhuyante. We have, now we have some character. We know it's lat lakara. Now, is it kartari prayoga or karmani prayoga?
Karmani.
Yep, exactly. So it's karmani. Thanks for that. So we have that yakara and we have that atmanepada, 2 kind of signifiers. So we know it's karmani. So it's lat lakara, karmani prayoga. And this is going to be third, not third one. Don't automatically say third one. Third 3. You see the N, the nak, ante. Okay. Now, the first time I wrote this on here, I missed the word na. if you miss the word na, then the whole meaning will change. So you have to make sure you're going word by word. Even before you go to that first case, that na is going to be really important here. When you see na, it's usually connected to that verb. So na anubhuyante, not experienced. That na can be at the beginning of the sentence or it can be at the end of the sentence. So not experienced. Now, because of time, we have to go a little bit faster. What is not experienced? We want to look for our first case. Vishayaha, ending masculine. This is karmani prathama to anubhuyante. Right? So objects are not experienced. Vishaya means object. The last word we see is nidraya. Nidra means sleep, ending feminine, just like gangaya, this is 3-1. Okay, now tritiya vibhakti can come in many meanings, oftentimes like karana. But here I took the heto tritiya in the sense of being a cause to anubhuyante. The objects are not experienced. Why? Because of sleep. Because the person is sleeping. That's why objects are not experienced. If we said karane, it wouldn't make much sense because it would be the objects are not experienced by sleep. That doesn't make too much sense. So this heto gives us the right meaning that we're looking for. Okay, the objects are not experienced because of sleep. Okay, we'll wrap up here because our time is up. Your homework will be 4 through 8, so the rest of them. Let me know, in the next class in the beginning or through email, tell me which ones are more difficult, and then we can do them in our next class together, okay? And we'll keep going through our Gangā-śabdha also. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So we'll come back in 5 minutes. We'll come back at 8:12. And so if you have any questions in between, you can let me know in the chat.